Good morning. This is Clark with Northwest Boomer Senior News. We're here in Portland, the city of roses, but today we're going to be talking about dahlias. We'll be talking with Larry and Myrtle. Larry's with the Dahlia Society. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Larry Smith, and I'm past president of the Dahlia Society and currently a board member. And I've been growing dahlias since probably the 90s. I had grandparents that always grew a big field of dahlias, and that's what inspired me.
Was that something that was for financial reasons your grandparents did this, or it was just their hobby?
They did it so my grandfather could brag about that he had the prettiest place in the community.
Yeah, and that was here in Portland?
Yeah, and actually in Clackamas area, Mount Scott.
Okay. So tell me, what is the Dahlia Society?
The Dahlia Society is just basically a group of people that get together. They like dahlias, and so with that common interest, we have meetings and share tips and share tubers and plants. It's kind of like spreading the habit.
I've heard that term tubers, and I've read your website. What is a tuber?
A tuber is something that you plant one little what we call a tuber, and then at the end of the year you get a great big huge clump of dahlias, and so it multiplies rather rapidly.
The tubers themselves multiply as well as the flowers?
Yes.
Is it like potatoes do?
Very similar.
Okay.
As long as you got an eye on it, you've got a plant next year.
Okay, and your position currently is you're a board member with the society.
Yes, I'm a board member and have some other positions in the dahlia world.
Okay, and how many board members and actual members do you have in the Dahlia Society?
I think we have about 150 members, and I think the board would comprise about 12 to 15 of those.
How long has the society been in existence here?
Myrtle might be able to tell you better, but I think it's at least 75 years.
75 years? Yeah, okay. And how are you folks funded?
Oh, we're basically fund ourselves. We just, in April every year, we have a tubers and plant sale, and then we go out to the Master Gardener Fair in Canby, where there's a huge amount of vendors, and we sell tubers and plants there.
That sounds interesting. And so that's one show. Other shows that you're at, where would those be?
As far as the sales, we have the April and the May sale on the second Tuesday of April and May at the Rose City United Methodist Church.
Okay.
We have our meetings there, and then we have a show in the end of August every year, and this year it's going to be at Oaks Park.
At Oaks Park. And you folks also are involved in the Clackamas County Fair, is that correct?
Well, as far as the spring garden sale with the Master Gardeners, we go to that, and then I have exhibited dahlias at the Clackamas County Fair for many years, as has Myrtle and Bob Bloomfield used to do that as well.
Okay, and have you won any blue ribbons with your...
Oh yeah, members of the Dahlia Society. Members of the Dahlia Society have a huge advantage because, of course, we specialize and we get the special varieties, and so there's probably a few people that don't like me because I win enough blue ribbons out there.
They're green with envy, right?
We'll teach them though. If they join our club, we'll teach them everything they know. We know.
What is, if you can explain, what is the draw to dahlias? Why are people so involved with that?
Dahlias keep giving. Once they start blooming, they will bloom until frost, and so you get maybe 3 to 4 or 5 months of blooms off them. Tulips are wonderful as well, but they're here a week.
Yeah.
Roses, it's the Rose City, but a lot of us don't like dealing with black spot and mildew, so we've switched over to dahlias.
And I assume dahlias don't have thorns, right?
That's true.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about the meetings that you have. Are they monthly, and how many usually attend, and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's a monthly educational meeting with the Dahlia Society, and we usually focus on, it's only an hour and a half meeting, but we have an educational topic that's fits for each month, such as next month we'll be talking about, that would be May, we would be talking about planting, cultivation, how to take care of the plants once they start to emerge.
And when do they start to emerge?
It kind of depends on the variety, but you hope that they break surface sometime in May and
May,
flourish
yeah.
throughout the rest of the summer.
Okay, okay. And where do you have your meetings at?
At the Rose City Park United Methodist Church,
Okay,
which is
okay.
58th off of Sandy and Alameda.
So if somebody wanted to attend that, how would they get in touch with you?
There is a website, portlanddahlia.com, that you can get all the information. And usually we have listings telling about upcoming meetings in the Oregonian in the Home and Garden section.
Okay, okay. And we're here today with Myrtle. She's part of the Dahlia Society, and she's been a member for a number of years. We want to interview her as well, and especially she's 100 years old, and she's lived in the Portland area a number of years, so we're going to talk with Myrtle now. Myrtle, tell us, introduce yourself, Myrtle.
I am Myrtle Bloomfield
And you've lived in Portland here how long?
all my life.
All your life. Were you born here in Portland?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
We moved here in 1950.
into this neighborhood, into this house. So you've been here for, what, 65 years then? Yeah,
I guess so.
yeah. And Myrtle, I understand that you're a celebrity. You've got a dahlia named after you. You want to tell us about
I
that?
have several named after me.
And what are the names of them?
Myrtle's Folly and Myrtle's Brandy.
Myrtle's Folly and Myrtle's Brandy?
Yeah.
And those were cultivated by your husband, yes. And so the two of you have been,
Myrtle's Folly, I don't want this on there. Myrtle's Folly is my name. That's what he named the dahlia, Myrtle's Folly. Why was his folly? You probably didn't know that.
so,
Swan Island dahlias, there were people looking at it and saying it was so different.
yeah, yeah. So how long did you and your husband raise dahlias?
Well, practically the biggest part of the time we lived here.
Okay.
We had 1,500 dahlias back there.
1,500?
Yeah.
And that was in Swan Island, you said?
No, that was our own patch.
Your own, and where
It
was,
had to be disbudded and pinched and planted and,
and it wasn't in your backyard, was it?
yeah.
It was?
We have a half acre back there.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's landlocked now.
And dahlias being one of your hobbies, do you have any other hobbies that you enjoyed? Any other flowers that you liked?
Oh,
or
I have everything
yeah.
that I can swap back and forth with people.
Did you do a lot of gardening, vegetable gardening and stuff?
Oh, yes.
Do you attribute the,
We had lots of tomatoes and
okay.
every kind of a garden thing.
Do you attribute gardening having an influence on
That's
keeping you young?
That's what keeps me.
That's what
'Cause
keeps
I
you?
still fight and go out there and work. And
Yeah. Good, good.
I tried to get the gal from down the street that does the lawn and stuff and helps me when I need help.
Yeah,
But I take care of my own house totally.
yeah. So you're still real active.
Forgetting me, they don't want me to go down in the basement anymore.
Yeah. Who's that? The neighbors and doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctors, yeah. So do you exercise a lot besides the gardening?
I walk about 15 times back and forth here because I don't go up and down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And don't feel safe.
Yes, yes.
I
Yeah.
have a cane.
Well, in the 100 years that you've lived here in Portland, you've seen a lot of changes.
Oh, brother.
Is there some that kind of come to your mind that really stand out, both in terms of
Well, I
the
think
city and...
the reservoirs that they have up there on the mountain, right up here on Division. That was always, and they closed them down because somebody spit in them. And that was where they reserved the water.
Yeah.
Water came.
Was that on Mount Tabor?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, okay. And in the many years that you've been alive, you've seen a lot of changes, and as a woman,
Just in the street.
just in the street, as a woman, how have things changed in terms of your perspective on the social, society, women's issues, things like that. Any comment that you'd like to share?
They're always interviewing me for that,
Yes.
wanting to know, my age.
And what do you tell them? You don't lie to them, do you? What do you tell them?
No, I just tell them it's not as good as it used to be.
And why do you feel that? Is that just because we're losing some of our traditions, or?
We're losing all our traditions.
Yeah. And do you have any, in your mind, suggestions for our audience and what we can do as a people, as a society to
No, I
help?
think that I'm not in the computer stuff, so I don't get, don't fit in like
Like a lot of others.
we
Yeah.
used to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Technology definitely has changed a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And
And I'm legally blind.
you're legally blind?
Yeah.
Yeah. That means you can't
That means
drive.
I can't. Oh, that's been years that I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
Last time I went in to get what they call our identification thing, and the guy said, "I hope you haven't been driving."
What do you attribute, besides your gardening, to
I
your
think you
age?
pay your parents.
Obey your parents helps you live long?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they lived long.
Yeah. Oh, the DNA stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And living this long, you've lost family, friends, and stuff. Do
I
you?
don't have any friends hardly anymore,
Yeah.
except my neighbors around.
And the Dahlia people.
Yeah.
But do
Yeah,
you?
that's why I look forward to going. I get to visit with friends.
Yeah. Do you feel that you get lonesome because of that? Is that an issue with the?
Well, I have this neighborhood. We're close knit,
Yeah.
so I.
Many of the people have lived here a long time
Yeah,
too.
some of them are old too.
As you've gone through life, what is your favorite contribution, do you feel, as a person that you've made to life and people and friends and family?
Well, I think keeping up with the flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I always had bouquets for any old people around. One time my mother was in a nursing home, and I would go up there all the time with a bouquet of flowers for my mother, and there was a woman been there 6 years I'd never seen,
Oh,
and had never talked in that 6 years. And every time I went, she got a little closer to the door.
yeah.
Pretty soon she said, "Flower, please," and that's the first word they'd heard out of her.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
used to take bouquets all the time to the nursing homes.
Yes, that's awesome.
And Larry didn't get to go up and down the street without Bob giving him another dahlia tuber.
And where did you meet your husband?
We went to school together.
Oh, here in Portland,
Yeah,
then.
right here at Kellogg,
Kellogg, and Kellogg's close by?
right there on Powell.
Right on Powell, okay.
They're going to open it up again.
Oh, it's currently closed, they're gonna open it
They
again?
were using it for storage.
Okay, okay. If you want to say something to the world, to our readers, what would you like to say to them about flowers and dahlias and just life in general?
Well, just life in general, you got to keep yourself busy
Okay,
all the time in the yard. That keeps you going.
yeah,
It's a lot more than just plain housework.
yeah.
Myrtle's birthday is March 5th. She was born in 1916. And so it's a little late, but we want to wish her a happy birthday today, don't we?
Happy birthday, Myrtle.
Happy birthday to you.
And we want to thank you too, Larry, for this time together and for your input. And one more time, tell us if somebody is interested in getting involved in the Dahlia Society, how would they get in touch with you?
For the Portland Club, we meet on the second Tuesday of each month at 7:30 at Rose City Park United Methodist Church, about 58th and Sandy. And on the website is portlanddahlia.com, which will tell you the information.
Okay, thank you.